One particular guy comes to mind. He was a cousin to a little girl I used to babysit, and this fine brother managed to be both corny and smooth with it, with his wide, white smile, witty remarks, and confidence. And not to mention his compliments, like once he said I had big, pretty eyes. Another time, a graceful neck, and at a third, he said he loved my dark chocolate, but I didn't think anything of it because, you know, he was just a flirt. One day, we just so happened to be in the house alone, and I noticed him following me. As I got ready to go, he touched my back, then grabbed my arm, and honestly, for a while, I wasn't even alarmed until I sensed it. A new urgency in his grip, a vibe I had never felt before. In an instant, his flirting turned forceful. He wouldn't let me walk out the door anymore, and suddenly, my graceful neck was in his hand. Head slammed against the wall above the couch, my shoulders pinned to backboard, his hands stifled the screams from my mouth. My chocolate skin, he grazed, his gaze locked with my big pretty eyes. His Nike-covered feet covered mine, and I couldn't move. Grips got tighter, and I couldn't move. Eyes more intense, and I couldn't move. Free-handed did my pants button, and I couldn't move. His pants dropped to the ground, and I couldn't move. Erect and solid as rock, only air stood between his manhood and his target, and I could not move. Oh God, he said in anticipation of pleasure, and I wondered, how could one call on Almighty as he desecrated holy temple, my body? His hands were squabbling tax collectors and marketplace vendors setting up shop in my sanctuary. I desperately wished I could cast him out, turn over tables in righteous indignation, because you do not belong here. And this is not my purpose, but I could not move. It's been said that rape sucks. But women, we can help men out by, flirting less. Acting less seductive, dressing less slutty, being less woman, but as my jeans and t-shirt clad body lay pinned to the wall above the couch like push pins in a calendar, I thought back through the days and weeks and months and wondered what I did wrong, but I had never asked for this. And still, his blind eyes salivated for me as a man who had been starving for quite some time, and still, his hands touched my body like a blind man trying to read. He saw my silhouette but couldn't see me. And so I begged God for a miracle, like, Lord, make this blind man see. But this was really happening, and he was so strong, and I could not move. The doorknob on the back door jiggled loudly. Someone was coming in the house. I watched as terror crashed across those eyes that were staring into mine. He let me go and ran up the stairs, and then my tears. I buckled over and cried. Cried for what had almost happened to me. Cried for every young girl or a boy or a woman that had actually received this thing, this experience they had never asked for. No matter how they looked, no matter how they acted, no matter how they flirted, no matter how they dressed, I cried for them. I cried for this rape culture we created. We teach our children don't get assaulted instead of don't assault, making it the victim's fault. I said we teach our kids don't get assaulted instead of don't assault, making it the victim's fault. Survival of the luckiest. Aggressors place blame for their own sick urges, like, come on, she wanted it. I mean, she was flirting. Come on, she wanted it. I mean, she was on me. Come on, she wanted it. Making us but shells of ourselves. Thick blank lines outlining blank spaces just waiting to be filled, so brace yourself. Baby girl, when you walk by, his eyes might turn sour after a while. Brace yourself. Baby girl, when you walk by and his neck turns like a screw top on a Gatorade bottle, maybe today he'll want to quench his thirst, but it's no big deal. He's just a flirt. Thank y'all.